apologize for the cut in the film. We wanted to just focus and get the camera down on the canvas so you can really see how this works. So I'm gonna do that, and my dryer is on low. My dryer is on low, but I do not put it on cold. And I hear that a lot of times that you have to put on cold. I never have done that, and I've never had to do that. My blow dryers are travel dryers, so I really don't have a problem with it getting too warm because they're not expensive. So here we go. Look at that cell up like that. Whew. Look at that beautiful color. Oh, it's not like I thought it was. So heavy. This one goes straight down. And this way. Bump it out here. Bump it out here. Bump it out here. As you see, the colors you put on top come out the most. But look at, I'm getting all that netting and all those cells in there. I'm excited. Look at them all. It's a whole cluster right there. Oh, that's pretty. This is gorgeous. This is going to come out good. I can already tell. And right over the sides we go. Now you see I'm not going deep into my paint after I blow it, and the reason why I'm not doing that, I'm just hitting the edges, is because if you do that, it can ruin your paint. So you can get too mixed, and then they turn weird colors of brown. And it's so ugly when a painting is muddy. I love that blue. That blue is my favorite blue. I could just do a painting in that blue. I might do that one day. And if you're online, if you're by a keyboard, if you hit if you can text me and tell me what kind of colors, what kind of painting you'd like to see if you're interested, I will go ahead and try to do that for you next time. And if you hit like and subscribe or share, you could also help me with the algorithm on YouTube to get more views, so that I could grow my channel. And I would certainly appreciate your help in that. This is what I mean by paint moving. You see how it's moving across the canvas? It's because I put that outside white on there. And I don't like pointings. I always tell everybody that I don't like pointy edges. So let's try to get those out of there. This one is blowing out a little differently. Well, I must have put less of that green and coral in there because it's not coming through. Oh well, it doesn't have to look the same. This is abstract art. That's the great thing about abstract art. Now this will sell, watch, because of all the green that sage that's in here. And all this I can fix later. See what I mean? This is fun. It's fun. You guys can get this down. It's fun. You should try it. And if you want to try it, I always tell people get cheap student paints, wherever you can get them. You get tempera paints off of Blick.com, or you could actually just go to Walmart and buy the brands that they have, as long as they're inexpensive. Because these are very expensive. Like Golden Paint is probably some of the most expensive that I know of besides gouache paint. So they're highly pigmented. They've been around for a long time, and they make gorgeous art. But when you start this looks easy, but it's really not as easy as it looks. It took me a very long time to even be able to do something like this. So my old art, when I first started, looked like, I always say, like my granddaughter did it when she was 4. And but it's really fun, and there's a lot of techniques. This is my favorite technique, so I've been on my channel doing this the most, and I've done many others, but this is the most fun for me. And I think it's just fun for you, especially if you're like me, if you're, you know, if you're getting older and your kids left and went to college or whatever, it's a good time for you to go maybe back to work, or you want to learn a craft. This is a really cool one to do. It really made my life happier. I see something else that I have to fix. This has a lot of paint right here. I'm going to have to go through it, break my own rule. Oh, that's pretty right there. So my husband videotapes for me. I try to do the editing. We're just brand new at this YouTube thing, so it can be a little nerve-wracking. Okay, I'm looking at this painting right now, and I'm thinking gorgeous, and I can't wait to finger swipe it. Can you come down on all of this right here, hon? All this netting and all these cells?
Yes.
Thank you. Do you see all of this in here, all this netting? That all came from the coral, and this looks like stained glass. All of this, it's coming up from underneath because I put the darker paints down low, and I went from dark to light, or dark to cooler. So I really like how this came out, and I just ripped my glove, darn it. My last pair of gloves. Look at that. Okay, I'm gonna finger swipe. So this may take a while, and you'll see why I do this, because it will tie them all together. And this is what I said, if you're afraid if there's a dot of paint, all you have to do is go like this and go like this if it didn't go away during a blowout. And there's one right here. Ah, there we go. Okay, so I think I will start at the, right here at the top. I'll start at this end. And when I do this, I try not to get into the cells. But I can't help it because there's so many on this. See, so all the paint goes back together, but you see that it looks like it's one cohesive flow. And then we start here. And I'm gonna go like this, and I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna come into there, so that's where they attach. And then this one, I'm gonna come from here and just do that. I just have 2 more, this one. And do that. And then this one, I want to blow some paint out, but I don't have enough room. I don't want them to touch. But I'm going to have to go over there and blow out a little bit out with my mouth. I'll probably do this over here too. I'm getting my necklace in my paint. Great. How bad is this? Okay. Go around to the other side. Anything too close. Didn't I? So I'm trying to get it more petally looking when I blow with my mouth. It gives it a more jagged, less jaggedy look than the blow dryer. Like right here, I do not like. So what do? I just put, I don't stress out. I just push it back in with a finger swipe. Okay, now I'm going to start, since I'm on this end, I'll start with my finger swipes. Okay. Push that in. And this may take a while. If you want to fast forward to the end, feel free. Sometimes I just like it. Sometimes I don't want it to go all the way through. I just want it to be leafy looking. So I go like this, and like this. And I should have a paper towel to wipe my, I shouldn't be wiping this on my table. Thank you, dear. I'm going to go around like this just because I feel like it. And I like this. This looks like a butterfly wing, doesn't it? A little bit? Maybe not. I hope you guys are having a great day, night, or evening. We're having a neighborhood garage sale. We can only have garage sales here if our HOA says we can. And we have them anyways, though. But this is a neighborhood one, so it's fun. You get to go around the neighborhood and talk to people and see what they're selling. And you can meet newbies that just moved in. And it's one of the things that we do annually. So I'm going to have a garage sale tomorrow. Hopefully I could sell some art on top of that. And I do a lot of, I like to go to art wine crafts festivals and sell art as well. It's really fun to do that. And a lot of people, when people are happy and they're fun to talk to, most of them. And it's just fun. So I like to do that. They're having a couple in Walnut Creek that I'm interested in. I live in the Bay Area in California. We don't even want to talk about California, do we? But Walnut Creek is a pretty little town. So I'm looking forward to their arts and wine festivals. They're having a couple this year. And we have people working outside, so you might hear them. So as you see, this is starting to become more defined now. For using your fingers. This is an art. I tell everybody to be able to do this. This takes time. So don't get frustrated. When you try to finger swipe and you want it to come out really well, it's just an art. But you just got to keep doing it and you'll finally figure it out. Another thing is make sure you have a leveler when you paint, and make sure that the table is level and your canvas is level, and the cups that you put below or whatever you decide to put below to raise your art are level. And because this could dry and swipe right off your canvas. I mean, it could just roll right off. When you come in the next day, a whole piece is just, or it stretches. So that was another lesson learned that took a long time for us to get it right. We needed to have it be in the right spot and have the right room to do it in. And we started doing it in a place where we didn't have it, a lot of level space. But now that we have our big garage, I'm able to steal the garage from my husband and do it in here. Create a set, and I have a paint area that I have a studio in here basically. we moved to North Carolina for about a little over 11 years, and then we came back to California because I can't get my kids to move to North Carolina, and they have their families now, and I didn't want to miss out on seeing them raise their kids. So that's why we're back here. But when we moved back to North Carolina, it was COVID, and my son is a ER physician, and he wanted us to move by him because he was concerned. So we did, and we had a great time in Southern California, which it's always beautiful in Southern California. The beaches are gorgeous, everything's gorgeous in Southern. All of the nature in Southern California is gorgeous. There's a lot of cement though, and there's a lot of buildings, and there's a lot of people. And here it's way quieter, less people, where I live anyways. And I could hear the birds and the nature, and nature is really important to me. So I'm glad we're here, and that we have our space back. We rented out this house for a very long time, and now we have our house in North Carolina rented out. But coming back here after being gone so long, and then getting all my stuff out of storage and stuff, it was really fun. I felt like I was opening a time capsule. North Carolina is a good state to live in. Their electricity is very low, unlike ours. Their gas is low. Everything's low. You buy clothing, it's low. The food isn't overpriced. Now, I didn't live there when the last administration was in office, so I can't tell you about the food then, but I was told by my neighbor that it really went up high over there. So in California, food was ridiculous. I can't even tell you. A steak, $50 in the grocery store. Anyways, so that's kind of like life as we know it. So I think this is starting to look really good. Now, if you have questions, please comment, and I do read my comments. I read all of them, and I promise to get back to you. And if I don't know the answer, I'll look into it. This is why I like my paints thicker, because it's easier to finger swipe if your paints are thicker. Another trick of the trade that I learned. If they're too watery, they just run back together. You could see them closing back up once I swipe through it. And just imagine if my paint had too much water in it or too runny. See, now I could see what I'm doing. Here, make that a petal. Come through here, make this a petal. Something's wrong right here. I don't like this whole thing going on, so I'm just going to come in here and do that. In. If something doesn't look good, just take advantage of it. That's the good thing about this type of art. If you don't like it, you could always change it. I've had to scrape so many paintings and start over. Learning this. I can't believe how many paintings looking back I had to scrape and start over. I had to watch hours and hours of videos. Thank you to all you YouTubers who do this and videotape your beautiful results. You deserve all the honor and you deserve all the honor for being the pioneers out there doing this. Thank you so much. My husband always wants to turn the tape off before I'm finished. It looks a little bit more organic now. Almost done. I don't know what to do with this. I think I just blew it right there. Well, I'll have to fix it. Now, when these dry, I'm not finished because I come in and I paint them by hand. I might put some gold in here, some silver, or something to fix I might put a line down here, a straighter line in white to make my finger swipe look more prominent. There's a lot of things you could do. One thing I really want to do on my show is to marble. It's so fun to marble. Let me take a look at this. I'm taking a good look at it. I really like right here what it did. It came out really nice. It has all the swirls and see the paint right here. This came out, there's so much netting, and this is netting in here from the contrast of the paints. I forgot to get here. That I think it's almost overkill, but somebody may really like it. Every time I think that something doesn't look good, somebody contradicts me and wants it. If you want a custom painting, I also do customs. I get nervous there. I don't get nervous, but I mean, I do get nervous when I do them because you want to make your customers happy. But I've done work for some interior decorators and some offices and people who need artwork in their new businesses that they're opening. That was a bad one. They shouldn't be doing that in my neighborhood. I apologize for that. I'll probably cut that out of this video. Somebody just came and screeched their wheels down our street. You know, we have little kids out here playing and stuff. We don't need people being crazy, acting crazy. All right, so as I was saying, I really like this part up here the best. This is a little bit busy, but I think it came out very beautiful overall. You can bring it down, Robert, and show the whole thing very slowly. Now, don't ever forget to, I don't have a scraper with me, so I'm going to do it with my hands, but the bottom, the paint runs off your canvas, and that's okay, but what you need to do is wipe off all the drips, go around with your fingers, or you can use a popsicle stick like I normally do, and just make sure that all your sides, remember, it's part of the art, because what you don't want to happen is because paint is heavy, it'll move your whole composition after you blow it out. So you got to do this a couple of times. I'm doing it right now, and I'll go in the house, maybe get some water and do it 15 minutes from now to make sure that I don't have, I put my hand right in some paint, to make sure that I don't have anything that is going to be damaging to the composition. But this is the wet view. And I really do love it. I think people are going to love it too. And if you're interested in purchasing it, give me a note, give me a comment, or I'll put it online. Else I'll put it online. At www.etsy.com, shop Angel in the Water, one word. I must have paint all over me, but thank you for watching, and I hope you have a blessed day, and I hope that you enjoyed this demonstration. Thank you for staying with me. I really appreciate it. Thank you.